Today, the complete order of germination is the focus, not one element, not one function, the full sequence, from the thinker's first act through every stage of development to physical expression. Because understanding the order precisely gives the thinker something no single day's teaching can give alone. This is the 7-minute daily focus, day 138 of 365, to focus on the world within from the world without. Today's focus, the law of germination, the order of germination. Pause for a moment. 11 days in, 3 days remain in this cycle. Today, the complete order of germination is the focus, not one element, not one function, the full sequence, from the thinker's first act through every stage of development to physical expression. Because understanding the order precisely gives the thinker something no single day's teaching can give alone. It gives them the full arc, and with the full arc clearly held, the thinker knows precisely where they are at every stage and precisely what is required at every stage. Pause. The order begins with the thinker, not with the seed, not with the ground, with the thinker, because the thinker is the one who initiates everything. The thinker returns within. The thinker opens to first sense. The thinker perceives from within. This is the first act. Before anything else can occur in the order of germination, the thinker must perceive from within, must recognize from within. This is the origin of the entire order, the thinker returning to the primary perception, the inner sense that what is within is real. Pause. The second stage of the order is recognition. From the perception of first sense, the thinker recognizes the thought, the seed, the metaphysical reality held within, already complete, already holding its full physical expression. The thinker does not create the seed in this act. The thinker recognizes what is already there, and in recognizing it, makes it available to the germination that follows. Recognition from within is the precise act that identifies the seed, and without this identification, the second function of thinking has no specific seed to act upon. The order cannot proceed without clear recognition from within. Pause. The third stage is the selection of the environment. The first function of thinking, from the recognition of the seed from within. The thinker selects the fertile ground, the mind aligned with what is within, still, clear, open, the environment in which the recognized seed will be held and developed. This is not a passive state the thinker hopes to find. It is an active selection, the first function operating deliberately, directed from within, choosing the ground that the seed requires. Pause. The fourth stage is the germination itself. The second function of thinking. Within the fertile ground the thinker has selected. Thinking is directed upon the recognized seed. The germination begins, the active, developmental, cumulative process that moves what the seed holds within toward physical expression. This is the stage that requires sustaining, not a single act, a sustained act, focus practiced each morning, focus practiced each night, day after day. The second function continuously directed upon the seed, developing it, advancing it, building upon what every previous act of thinking developed. Pause. The fifth stage is the unfolding. When the germination has sustained its development to completion, the seed unfolds, not because something new was added, not because the thinker did something additional, but because the development reached its completion. The seed does what it was always going to do. When the germination completed its full course, it unfolds, and the unfolding is not in doubt. The unfolding is not dependent on circumstances being right. The unfolding is the inevitable result of a seed that is complete, held in fertile ground, undergoing sustained germination. The unfolding follows the germination as naturally as the shoot follows the root. Pause. The sixth stage is physical expression. What was entirely within, entirely metaphysical, entirely invisible to the five senses, becomes physically seen. Not because it became real, it was always real, but because the arc from metaphysical reality, through recognition, through ground selection, through sustained germination, through unfolding, has completed. Physical expression is not the creation of something new. It is the arrival of what was always within. The order has completed its full course. And the thinker who sustained both functions through every stage sees the expression of what they carried and developed within. This is the order, this is the law, not doubtfulness, not struggle, not force. You are not pushing the seed, not pressure. You are not trying to make it happen, but steadfastness, focused, remain aligned with what is within. Do not be moved by what is physically seen, because what is physically seen is always secondary to what is unfolding. Now, the affirmation for day 138. Pause. I hold the full order of germination clearly. I return within. I perceive through first sense. I recognize the seed from within. I select the fertile ground through the first function. I direct thinking upon the seed through the second function. I sustain the germination. Focus first thing each morning. Focus last thing each night. The order is operating. Every stage is proceeding. The development is advancing. The unfolding is approaching. The expression is inevitable because I am operating in the correct order from within through both functions, and what the order produces must physically express. Remember, by design, by focus.